Fulk with Create with Christy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my last 12 weeks of fall and Halloween projects. Can't believe we're done with all of them already. This is a cute little fall project, and it's a Post-it note holder. You just open it up, and the Post-it note size I'm using today is 1.5 by 2, but it can also fit up to a 2 by 2. Okay, let's get started. First, I'll show you the stamp set that I'm using. It's called Falling for Leaves. I've used this a few times, especially with my fall projects this year. And it's a really pretty set, and I will just be using these two stamps here. And I'm also going to be using the Detailed Leaves Thinlits that coordinate with it. And I'll only be using this one, but I love the detailed dies in this and this border. It's just gorgeous. Okay, let's get started. First off, you need a piece of Country Lane Designer Series paper, and it's a 2 by 6 piece. And then you need the scalloped tag punch. And what I'm going to do, this is going to be folded over like this. So I actually want to almost put the bottom of it. If your design needs to be up and down, you want to do it on the bottom. So we're going to insert that all the way and punch. And that's it for that. Now I'm going to bring my Simply Scored scoring tool in. And with the tag here on the right, I'm going to score it at 1.5, and I do want to use the thicker of the two tips so it doesn't tear the cardstock. And this is 1 3/4. This is 3 3/4 and 4. Okay, that's all the scoring we need to do. You're going to be amazed at how fast this goes together. I'll go ahead and burnish all these. As you're watching this, I'm either on my way to Florida or I'm already there on stage. The Stampin' Up's convention starts tomorrow. Looking really forward to it. Actually, we check in tomorrow, and then we're going to spend the day at Epcot. And then it'll start officially on Thursday. So I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't got to go for years. Okay, so I've burnished all of these score lines. Now I'm going to bring in my 1.5 by 2 inch Post-it notes. And these are 50 sheet thick, just for reference. Usually the 2 by 2 and the 1.5 by 2 are only 50 sheets. Now if you end up having a thicker one, then you want to make these score lines a little bit, maybe make them more of a 1/2 inch instead of 1/4 inch. And then you're going to center it left and right, but then the top and bottom should be along the inner score lines. Just like that. And then what I'm going to do, let me grab a pen here. I'm going to close this shut and hold it so the score lines are right up against the Post-it note. And then if you look at this, there's a little opening here where the little half circle in the opening is. That's where you want to put a little mark. So I'm going to, oops, forgot to open this up. There we go. I'm just going to make a little mark right here at the bottom. Okay. Actually, maybe up a little bit higher. Okay, now I'm going to grab one of our basic sequins. These have adhesive backs on them already. I'm going to take one off. And just to be on the safe side, since I need this to be on there extra strong, I'm going to put another glue dot on. If you're just putting these on a card, you don't need extra adhesive. But I don't want this popping off every time we go to open it. And then I'm just going to put it right over the dot I just made. And this just goes right inside that little hole, and it makes a little fastener for it. So that's how that stays closed. Now we'll do some stamping. You're going to need a piece of Cajun Craze and crushed curry, both 2.5 by 1. I'm just going to demonstrate stamping one of them. The first thing you want to stamp is this one, and I'm going to use the crushed curry ink. Kind of stamp it near the top. Okay. Then you're going to take the outline one. I'm here at an angle, so I may not get this as well as I did earlier. It is so hard to do videos sometimes because you got to, hey, that's pretty good. So there you go. It's a lot easier when you can put your head right over it. But since I was an angle, it was a little hard to do that. Now I'm going to show you how you die cut it. You take your magnetic platform, a standard cutting pad, then you grab the leaf and the die that coordinates with it. Put the die on there, get it centered. And then when that's ready, see, even though I got out of the line just a little bit, not going to be able to tell once it's die cut because it's a pretty close cut. and then you put the standard cutting pad on top and run it through the Big Shot. I went ahead and already die cut both of them, so I'll bring those out. And then I'm going to bring out a piece of Whisper White. This is 2.5 by 3/4. And I'm going to take my Blackberry Bliss ink pad and the Thankful stamp. Oh yeah, I am using a Thankful stamp in that set too. I forgot to point that out. I'm going to stamp that near the center. Doesn't have to be perfectly centered. And then, I've done this before on some cards. Just cut this at an angle, angling it to the right on both ends. Just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some snail here and here. And I'm going to take this little guy, and that way it just sticks right on that adhesive. And this one's going to do the same thing, go this way. Oops. There we go, that's more like it. Okay, so there they're on, and this is the backing. Now I'm going to take two 3-inch pieces of our 3/16 inch braided linen. It's a little hard to say. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a glue dot. I'm going to make a little loop with this, just like so. That's how it's going to go. But first I'm going to put a glue dot near the end of one. Not quite all the way to the end, but just about right there. There's the glue dot. Then I will make my loop. And that glue dot will hold it in place. There we go. Now I'm going to put another glue dot right here where they crisscross, because that's a little fatter area. Okay, now that's on. Then, let's see where I put it. Okay. Then I'm going to put it underneath that leaf a little bit and have it hanging over like that. So that's what it's going to look like on the back, but that's how it looks from the front. So I'll do that again. I'm going to put a glue dot right there on the end. Make your loop and have them come together. There we go. Grab another glue dot and put it right there where they crisscross. And then I'm going to put it on the top part of that leaf. So that's what it's going to look like. And that's the way it looks. Now I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. Put one here and one here on both ends. Take the paper backing off. There we go. Had to cut my thumbnail today, so it's a little shorter. Okay, and then this is the top flap, so I'm just going to put it across the center of the top flap. And that's it. So it comes together pretty quick. It's just a nice little gift for somebody. They can have, if you need paper in your purse, you can just pop this in there, and once you use the Post-it notes up, then you can add some more to it. So it's a nice little thing to put in your purse. Well, I hope you enjoyed my 12 weeks of fall and Halloween. I'll do them again next year. And pretty soon I'll be doing 12 projects of Christmas. So not days, I'll do, well, maybe 12 days of Christmas. We'll see how I get those done. But there will be 12 neat Christmas projects. Some will be just fast and easy Christmas cards to give you ideas on what you want to do with your Christmas cards this year. And I'll also do some little packaging ideas, maybe some ornaments. So that'll be coming soon, so stay tuned. You can check out my blog at www.createwithchristy.com, and that will, you can shop there for Stampin' Up! Products by clicking Shop Now. Also, don't miss my Doily Rewards program. You could earn a $50 shopping spree once you collect 10 doilies, and you can find out how to do that by clicking the Doily Rewards link below in my description of the video. If you want to be contacted every time I do a video on my YouTube channel, just subscribe below. And you can also follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. Well, I hope you have a great week, and stay tuned to my Facebook page. I may do some Facebook Lives of some of the things that we get to see at convention. They're going to let us be able to show us like the cover of the Cajun's catalog. I get to see that. It's pretty exciting being a demonstrator. It's neat to get in on all the new stuff before anybody else sees it. So, like I said, please have a great weekend. Goodbye.